Hello, welcome to R&D Movie Talk. My name is Ron, and today we're doing the TheHORRORman's Slashback Challenge. This is week 3, and this will be a weekly series to where he throws out a theme, and several channels collab to talk about a movie of their choosing that kind of fits into the theme. And this week he has put out a theme of remakes, which is kind of tough because there's only so many out there. I mean, we have the Friday the 13th, the Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, which I'm sure several people will cover because they're great slashers, and the remakes are hit and miss depending on whether you like them or not. I'm going to pick a movie that may not quite fit the slasher theme, but there are kills in it. There are kills with sharp objects in it. So I'm going to kind of squeeze this one in. It's called I Spit on Your Grave. It is a 2010 remake of the very explicit 1978 film of the same name, I Spit on Your Grave. The original, well, let me tell you the story first. Basically, the story is a young girl goes out to a cabin in the countryside to be alone. She's working on a book, and she runs into some of the town locals, and later on they basically capture her, sexually abuse her, and leave her for dead, only for her to come back and seek her revenge in several ways. The original movie is very disturbing for its time. It's called an exploitation film. It was rated R, and it's a very hard R. There's some scenes in there that if you see, you will not forget. I still have the VHS, which I've got packed away somewhere. I don't have it to show right now. I saw this in the mid-80s. Again, it was released in 1978, and it's one of the most brutal films I have ever seen. But let's talk about this remake. In 2010, they decided to try and franchise this title, and the remake starts off with basically the same story. This young girl goes out to a cabin. She meets some town locals at a gas station. One of the guys hits on her, and she kind of blows him off and embarrasses him in front of his friends, and you know, it kind of escalates from there. Of course, they visit her cabin, mess around with her. She escapes. And the spin on this remake is she runs into the local sheriff, who takes her back to the cabin. She thinks is going to help, and he ends up turning into a scumbag as well, just to put it plainly. And of course, they take her out in the woods. She escapes. They track her down in the woods, you know, do what they do, which is not as extreme as the 1978 film. It is edited differently. If they showed what they did in 1978, I think this film would be an NC-17 or maybe even a rated X. I'm not sure. But again, it's not watered down. It's just edited differently. It's cut differently. The girl gets up and she starts to walk away, and they're just having fun with her at this point. They're gonna, of course, probably kill her, but she ends up being able to jump off a bridge into a river. She kind of disappears. This was filmed in Louisiana, and you can tell by the cypress trees and such, and they chalk it up to that the alligators have gotten her or whatever. Well, the sheriff tells the guys to, you know, hunt her down, find the body, find something, because he knows that this can come back to get them or whatever. So a month goes by, and in this version, in the 1978 version, she survives, and the way she gets her revenge on the guys is through almost seduction and such, and then she ends up killing them. In this one, the girl is more of a hiding in the shadows, more of, you know, a ninja or whatever, to a certain point. And of course, there are several scenes where she lures the guys or kidnaps the guys gets them to this abandoned house where she extracts her revenge. And there are several different types of ways she takes them out. It's a good movie. It spawned, again, this was released in 2010. The main character's name is Jennifer Hills, played by Sarah Butler. This spawned 2 sequels, the second in 2013, and the third in 2015 with Sarah Butler returning as the character of Jennifer Hills. And it's subtitled Vengeance is Mine. I've not got a chance to check out 2 and 3, but this first one is a decent movie. It's well acted, it's well cut. Box Office Mojo says this was released in 12 theaters, which basically means they just had a few screenings. This was a straight to VOD, DVD type of movie. The DVD and Blu-ray was released in February of 2011. It was distributed by Anchor Bay Entertainment. This was directed by Stephen R. Monroe. It's a solid remake. I think you'll enjoy it for the story that it tells and the kills that it shows. This has been week 3 of the TheHORRORman's Slashback Challenge. If you want to participate, I will have a link down below with the TheHORRORman's video telling about the challenge. You can jump in anytime. Just leave your name and comment down below with the link if you want. So let's go watch some movies, and until next time.